Welcome to the Blazor Block Editor tutorial. Blazor Block Editor is a lightweight customizable component for building structured content interfaces. It supports a slash command menu with various block types, context menu, block action menu, and an inline toolbar, making it ideal for building document editors and Blazor applications. In this video, I will show you how to add the Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor component to a Blazor web application. I will also show you how to configure block types, enable rich text formatting, and use the slash command menu. You can create Blazor web applications using either Visual Studio 2022 or Visual Studio Code. In this video, I will be using Visual Studio 2022. Before starting, make sure you have installed the .NET 8 SDK. Let me start with the application creation process. Visual Studio is already launched. I choose Create a New Project from the dashboard. I select the Blazor Web App template and click the Next button. Next, I will update the project name and also confirm the file location. I ensure that the .NET 8 framework, server render mode, and global interactivity location are selected. When I click the Create button, the application will be created. Next, I will show you the step-by-step process for adding a Blazor Block Editor to this application. First, I need to install the required NuGet packages. I open the NuGet Package Manager, move to the Browse tab, search for Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor, and install the necessary version in my application. I also install the Syncfusion Blazor Themes NuGet package to include the CSS and script files. After installation, I navigate to the Imports Razor file and import the Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor namespace. To register Syncfusion Blazor services, I navigate to the Program CS file. I add the Syncfusion Blazor namespace and register the Syncfusion Blazor services. I need to reference the CSS and script files for the Blazor Block Editor component, so I navigate to the App Razor file and reference the CSS file from the installed package, and add the required script reference. Now that everything is configured, I need to add the Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor. First, I open the Home Razor file. I remove the default code and add the Syncfusion Block Editor component. I run this application. In the output, the Block Editor component is rendered, and you can add any content to it. Next, I will show you how to display predefined content by configuring the block schema in the Block Editor component. Syncfusion Block Editor supports various block types, including paragraph, heading, checklist, bullet list, numbered list. To configure the block schema, I define a helper class named EditorBlockData. Inside this, I add the getBlockDataOverview method that returns a list of block model instances. Here, the block model class is a Syncfusion predefined model that defines the structure and properties of a block within the editor. Inside the method, I create a new list named BlockDataOverview based on the block model class. For this example, I will add heading and paragraph. First, I add a new block model for the heading. I set the block type property to heading so the editor knows this block is a heading. Next, I configure the heading properties by setting the level to 1, which renders this as an H1 heading. To add the heading text, I define the content collection and add a new content model. Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor supports content types, such as text, link, mention, and label. Within this, I set the content type property to text. Then, I set the content property to the required heading text. Similarly, I define the paragraph block with the required descriptive content. After adding both blocks, I return the list. To bind these created blocks to the editor, define a private field of type list named BlockDataOverview based on block model class. Initialize it by calling the getBlockDataOverview method. Next, I bind this list to the block editor using the @bindBlocks property. Using @bindBlocks enables two-way binding, so any changes made in the editor will reflect in the bound list. In the output, you will see the predefined heading and paragraph. To enable rich text formatting, select any word or content in the editor and choose a formatting option from the toolbar, for example, bold, italic, or underline. You can also apply formatting programmatically through the block editor's content properties. I will modify the paragraph block and split the sentence into 3 content segments, allowing me to apply styles to just one word or phrase. In this example, I will change the words block editor to bold by setting text content settings with a style model. Now you can see bold formatting applied in the output. You can use the / command menu by typing the / key. This opens a menu with a set of predefined commands for all block types. First, I will insert a checklist block. I select checklist from the / command menu and add an item labeled to do. This creates an interactive checkbox that I can use for tasks or notes. Next, I will insert a table block. When I choose table from the / command menu, the table will be created with 2 columns and 2 rows. After that, I will insert an image block. I select image from the / command menu and upload an image from a local path. Finally, I will add a collapsible heading block. I choose collapsible heading from the / menu and enter the text collapsible heading 1. This block allows me to create expandable sections, making my content more organized and interactive. Now, let me summarize. In this video, I showed you how to add the Syncfusion Blazor Block Editor component to a Blazor web application using Visual Studio. I also showed you how to configure block types, enable rich text formatting, and explore the / command menu for inserting important block types. For more information on the block editor features, refer to the documentation link in this video's description. If you'd like to see the working code for this example, you can download it from the GitHub link in the description below. Additionally, I provided a link where you can check if you qualify for a free community license to use all our Blazor components. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.